Hey everyone, thanks for joining today. You've got Matt here with you, and I'm going to give you a demonstration on how you can place orders, check the status of orders, edit orders, or cancel orders, all at your convenience using the Geno's online portal. First thing I want to go over is we recommend using Google Chrome as your browser. Um, this this system can be accessed from any device. All you need is an internet connection. We'll provide you the website to go to, and we'll provide you a username and password. Once we give you that, you'll start at this screen. This is our login screen here. You'll have a username. That'll be your account number, and you'll have a default password. And so the first time that you log in, this is the home screen, and you can change your password. You can see right here on the left nav, you can click that, and the default password we give you, you can take that and you can change it right here. Save the changes with your new password, and you're good to go. Anytime you need to get back to the home screen, the best way to do that is to click on the logo up here, the Geno's Formula Fair logo right there. Click that. You'll always get right back to the home screen. On this, you're going to see the buttons here in the middle, and same buttons are also over here on your left nav. We're going to start this with the new order module, and in that's where you're going to spend most of your time with placing orders. There's 4 different types of orders. You have a prom order, a wedding order, a single order, and a group order. Group and prom orders function exactly the same, so we're only gonna actually demonstrate the prom orders, and that's where we're gonna start. The first thing that we want to do with prom orders is we want to actually log or register the event. So we click prom here, and you can see that there's a search option here, and there's also a green button on the right that's new prom. So as soon as you find out the date of when the actual event's going to be, you can go to new prom. You can click that, and you can see you've got some information to fill out here. Anything that's in yellow is actually required to submit this form here. We're going to use Lafayette High School as our example. That's going to be the school. The date, we'll enter it as the 21st. The contact could be anybody that you want. It could be the principal, it could be the PE teacher, the prom committee chair, somebody that you know. You don't have to, this information doesn't have to be used. You've got phone information, email, and all this would be saved if you ever needed to access it. After this is all filled out, click submit, and it's just going to take you right back to the home screen. So now that prom has actually been logged, and it's ready for when somebody comes in to place an order. So now let's say somebody comes in to place an order. I go to new order. I go to prom, and I can search this event out by the date, the 21st. And actually I have 2 in here, so there's Lafayette. You have 3 options here. You have view, edit, and add order. I'll go over all 3 of these here. So view, I'm going to use the top option. View is going to give you just a snapshot of everybody that has actually ordered for this event. So you can see here that I have three people that have, this has at the top, it has a summary of the entire event, the date, the name, the contact info, and then it would list all the orders. And you can see I've got the order number over here. If I was to click this plus sign, it'll actually show me what they're wearing. But again, the view is just a summary. So we're going to go back here, And to edit, the edit button, there's only certain parts of this that you can edit. You cannot edit the date. You could edit the name. If you enter the name wrong, you can edit the name. You can edit or update any of the other information from here if you needed to. If you needed to change the name to anything you wanted, you could do that. Click submit, and it's just going to take you back to the home screen. Let's look this back up. When we're ready to add, when we're actually placing an order, we're going to click on Add Order. So we'll do this with the Lafayette High School. So if I click Add Order, it's going to give me a screen. Again, I see the yellow means required. You've got first name. You can enter as much as this information as you would like. The most important two things on this is you do have to enter a first name. If you are a specialist, it might be the place that you want to enter your ticket number or your order number here in the first name. You could enter the other thing that's important is the number of weeks. If you needed this for more than 1 week, you would want to change that 1 to however many weeks you would need it. Once you've entered your name in here, click Next, and it's going to take you to our order screen. And here is our order screen. Starts blank. You can see at the top it's got the event name, it's got the date, it's got the customer name. You've got your confirmation number already. And you've got a drop down menu here. It starts with coat, goes all the way to purchase items, which would be pocket squares, socks, etc. And it just follows down this path. And we have some documents that we'll send you that will help you, that have our sizing codes that we use to help you through this ordering process. But I'm just gonna, for the demonstration, I'm gonna kind of run through how this could work. We're gonna use the Navy Sebastian as an example. So 8560C, 40 regular, and you can see, and then it will go straight to the pants. Next, and the cursor starts right in the style. So you can see as I click or as I type the numbers, it auto populates down here. So I'm going to go to 8560P's, the matching pant, 34 waist. And we enter that as a 34 SR or L. And again, that will make more sense when you have our sizing codes. And you go down to the shirts. We'll do a white trim fit microfiber. M5 is the way we size our shirts. Vest size, our vest style. Do the matching vest. And a burgundy bow tie or wine bow tie. And cognac shoes. And you can see as I'm clicking next, it's all populating down here. If I make a mistake with any of these items, if I accidentally, instead of white, I needed an ivory, I can click this trash can here, delete that, go back up here, click onto the shirt, and do an ivory. So once you have all the items that you need on the order, you can scroll down and you've got a place to enter order comments. If there's anything specific that you want to tell us here, and you have two options at the bottom. You have a next and you have an abort order. If you're ready to process this order, you're going to want to click next. If for some reason you're in the middle of this and the customer decides he doesn't want it, or you've made a mistake and you don't have time to finish it, you want to click abort, and that will cancel everything that you've done. So if I click next, this is really probably the most important thing about the ordering process with the Geno's online portal is this screen right here is your order summary. If you don't reach this screen, then there is no order in the system. And so this is your, you know 100% that the order's in. We have received it. You have a confirmation, and you can look at and view it all here. So it's got my store information here. It's got everything that we've entered. Here's your order number. It's got who took the order. When this means that it was taken by the account. Order date, order status, all the information here that was on the order. And you can print this screen if you want, if you wanted to keep record of it, but you can always get back and access this. So that's the process of entering a prom order by first registering the actual prom event and then actually entering an order. So I'm going to go back to the home screen, and I'm going to go through the next process, which will do the single order. And the single order is going to be really quick. Your screen here is going to look similar, except we need to enter a date for a single order. So because we don't have anything already registered in the system, so we'll say this is for the 28th, and we've got an occasion field. If you have to enter something, it's required. It could be whatever you want, black tie. It could be, you could put single. This is really for your own records. Customer name, click next, and again you're right back to your order screen here. So everything at this point is exactly the same as the prom order. We're going to do just a vest only here, and everything again just the same. Abort order or next. We'll go next, and we've got our summary here. Back to my home screen, I'll click the logo, and we're going to go through a wedding example. This is a little different than probably a lot of our customers are used to. Similar to the prom screen, you get here, you have a search option. You can search by date, you can search by bride last name or groom last name, or if you're entering a new wedding, you have the green button here. And what we do with this is we want you to actually register the wedding as soon as the bride and groom come into the store and book it with you. So we're not going to wait for everybody to get the sizes before you call or before you place these. We want you to go ahead and assign and register it, so we know how many guys are going to be in it, and we know what styles they're exactly going to be wearing. So I'm going to click New Wedding, and it's going to kind of step-by-step process through this. The first step is the date. I'm going to enter the wedding date. We'll say the 28th. I'm going to enter the groom's first name and the groom's last. And the other information here could be useful for you. It's not required, but if you wanted to put email addresses on file here, you can. I click next. It's going to take me to a screen. Here's where we're going to add all the guys that are in the party. So at this screen, what I'm going to do is if there's 6 guys in the wedding party, I'm going to click add 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to go down through here and fill them all out. I'm going to make sure, it's very critical, because this will automatically track your discounts. I want to make sure I get my roles correct. So if you want to make sure specifically with your groom and your ring bearer, so if it's a qualifying wedding and everything, it all qualifies, this will track your discounts automatically. So I'll do so I'll make sure I enter everybody's name, assign them a role. Click next. And I'm going to get to a screen that looks a lot like the order screen that we were just in. The only difference here, there's no places for sizes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter all the styles that are going to be worn. The best method to use this is to enter the styles that usually the groomsmen are wearing, the most people in the wedding party are wearing, and this will make sense in a second. So let's say that the groom's going to wear, everybody's going to wear the exact same thing, except the groom's going to wear an ivory tie instead of a colored tie. So we'll go through and enter what the colored tie first. So let's use the navy Sebastian again. I'm going to enter the coat, the pant, the shirt, the vest, and the wine tie. And again, I don't have any, and I can do, if they wanted a wine pocket square, I can enter the pocket square here as well. And I'm not entering any sizes at all. And I can scroll down, you can see this is all populated, and I can click, I want to click apply to all. I click apply to all, and you can see that all the guys now have been assigned this particular style. So now let's say that, okay, the groom's not going to wear wine, he's going to wear ivory. So I can, these icons here all mean things, and we actually will also send you a manual that will give you some information about these, so they'll clearly define what all these mean, but it'll just take a little time using it to get familiar. But I'm going to click this separate from group icon, and that takes the groom and separates him from all them, but it also copies all his styles. So he's wearing the same thing as everybody else right now, but I'm going to go down to his tie and click the edit icon, and I'm going to put him in the diamond. Save that. Also going to put him in the diamond pocket square. Save that. And so he's good. So if I needed to change anything else, I can edit, I can copy other guys and separate them out, but just for the demo today, we'll just leave it at this, and everything's good. I click next, and I'm gonna be taken to a confirmation screen that will show me, it'll be just a second, it'll show me what everybody is wearing in this wedding. So I've got my information from the top. You can see that this person's wearing, here's his groom free discount that's going to come, and this is everything that they're going to wear. So you can print this for your records if you needed to, but once this is done, that all their styles have been registered, and this is valuable to Geno's because now we know, way in advance of, not necessarily the month before or the weeks before what sizes are needed. We can use this information to kind of gauge what kind of demand that each style is going to have. So we'll go back to our home screen, and we'll go back to wedding, and now we'll look up kind of what a wedding looks like. So now that if it's already been registered, I can look it up by date. This isn't actually the same. It's not the exact same one that we just did, but here's an example. when I search it, you still have the same view, edit, and add order options. So if I go to view this, it's going to show me all the guys in the wedding. It's going to show me what they're wearing if I was to click the plus sign. And then I'll also be able to know from this screen by looking over here in the order number column who's all been measured. So from this I can see that these top 3 have all been measured and these bottom 3 have not. So I'd probably want to give these guys a call and say, hey, we need some measurements or what's going on. I'm going to the edit, if you need to edit weddings, that happens all the time. We'll click edit and it's going to kind of walk you right back through the process. Whatever for the most part with edits, it's adding or removing guys, or changing styles. So in this instance, we're going to say that we're going to remove VV here. He's no longer going to be in this wedding. And then we're going to add 2 more guys. The most important thing about when you add guys to a wedding, you have to make sure that you assign them to a style. So right now they've been added, but they have no styles assigned. So I need to make sure that I go in, and these 3 up here I can't do anything with because they've already been sized. Their orders are already been placed. And if you needed to edit their orders, there's a different process for that we'll walk through later. But you can see here, I can click my little person plus sign, click that, and it says, who do I need to add? These are the 2 guys that we just added. Add them, click next, and this wedding event's been updated. The next process, so we'll go back to the home screen, click on the logo in the top left. We'll go back to that wedding screen and we'll look up one more. We'll show you the wedding that we just entered. We've seen the view, we've seen the edit. So now let's say that the groom's here. We're going to go ahead and get his sizes. We click add order. It pulls up a pop-up box that shows you all the guys. So let's do the groom. Okay. It's going to show you this screen here. Everything's already filled out here because we've already registered it. If you needed to add more information here, you can. Click next. And when it's a wedding with the styles already registered, everything's already down here. So if I scroll down, you can see all the styles from the wedding are already here. I just need to start by clicking this edit button right here on the top line, whatever it is. Here it's the coat, but whatever the top line would be is where you would start. Click that and I just start entering my sizes. And all my sizes are done. If I didn't get all the sizes entered, it wouldn't let us process this order. From here, everything's exactly the same as any other order. I want to click next. And here's my order summary. So that is that is a wedding thing as far as the actual ordering. The next thing I wanted to show you is order lookup. Order lookup is you just want to see you want to look at an individual order. You want to see if you placed it right, if we messed something up for you, what the status of this order is, or anything. So let's say that we're first going to look at one, and I can do this by name or number, but I'm going to I have the ticket number here, so I search this out, and you can see here that same view, edit, and same buttons, same format. You've got a view. If I click view, it shows me this summary screen, same as we've been seeing. I'm going to go back. And the edit screen will actually take me into the order to, if I need to make changes, if I need to add something, if I needed to change the size of this to a large, I can do that. If I needed to add a shoe to it, I can do that. And click next. Real important again when you make edits that you'll get to this confirmation screen again, so you can see we've changed his vest to a large and we've added the shoes here. And it'll also tell you that this in the comments now that I just went in and updated this order on 7/13/2018 at 5:18 p.m. So we'll go back. The last thing I can do is I can cancel it. If you see that this cancel, and if the edit's blue and the cancel's red, then you can still edit the order and you can still cancel. I'll show you in a minute what I mean by that. But if you didn't need this order anymore, you can just cancel it. You don't have to call us. You can do it all yourself. You click it, it's going to say this order will be canceled. Do you really want to continue? Yes. Okay, I've authorized this by Matt. We just sometimes want to know, and then what I enter here will actually show up on the ticket, and I'll show you what I mean there. So we just canceled that order. So if I look at it now, it says order canceled. The edit and the cancel buttons are been disabled. If I click on the view now, it'll show me everything that was on the order, and it'll say that it was the cancellation was authorized by Matt. So if I was to ever look up an order that I wanted to cancel, if I looked it up and it looked like this, you can see that the order status is final inspection, and once it gets to a certain point, there is no edit or cancel, and that's what that would mean. Final inspected or shipped. Our manual will give you guys a description of what all the statuses of each order actually mean. The next thing I want to show you, we'll go back to the home screen, is the order detail. And this is just a nice kind of overview of, let's just say I wanted to look at next week. I can just click next week, or I can enter a date range. But if I was to click next week, it'll show me all my orders, and it'll say on them the status. So this one's been shipped, and because this is our test site, typically if it says that, it would have a tracking number here, and you could click it and view like exactly where it is with UPS. But this will show you, okay, I'm looking at next week, I've got one shipped, one in assembly, one's here, and maybe I need to, what's going on, maybe I should call and see what's going on, or you can look at this week, or you can look at any date range here, just to kind of give you a snapshot view. You can click on the details of these and it'll show you. This is the one place in the details here of these that'll show you what your actual cost is on these. So this will show you what's actually on the order and how much your price is on it. So the last thing that I'm going to show you is just an order summary, and this is just kind of a tool that you could use to, if you wanted to look back at a certain time period. You could click through like prom season and just wanted to kind of see what was my business like, or if you wanted to look at a future week to see how much do I have. This will show you, and I don't have anything in here right now, so I have to flip through. Hang on. So this will show you. You can see here in the 7/15/8, it'll show you that I have 0 prom orders. I have 7 wedding orders, total of 7, for the amount of $526.50. That is the amount that is being billed from Geno's. Same thing from here. This is just kind of a snapshot view of weeks, and you can look at a certain date range. That is everything that we're going to go over here today. And if you're interested in getting started, that all we have to do is activate your account. You'll get an email on the account on file. You can let your rep know. Most of you know me. You can always reach out to me. My email is mattg, MATTG, @gfatux.com. Just let us know when you're ready. Thanks a lot again for joining.